Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to give you a bit of a, tutorial video today. So this is the paint by numbers that I had started. Now, when you're looking through the camera, the colours actually look a lot better than they do in reality. I'm still full of cold as well, so I apologise. But this was supposed to be black, white and grey. And it's not, it is blue. Completely and utterly blue. So once I'd done all this, I then had basically a little bit of a tantrum of just going, well, this isn't what it's supposed to be. I don't even know if I want to carry on with this. I'm really, really irritated at this point. Some of it I haven't gone over and done the second coat on it because actually I'm not that bothered because I'm going to start blending all of this in anyway. The colours that they've used, although, you know, okay, fine, it's blue, but the colours don't contrast well with each other. They don't merge well. They're not nice blues. Like this one is just and this one is just completely wrong. You know, you can't go from that to that. It bugs me. So if you did the paint by numbers as it tells you, this is what we're going to do. You're going to section it off and then you'd leave it like that. I don't like it. We're gonna blend this. So as you know, I told you the fact that it doesn't come with a sheet. So once you painted it, you have no idea what number you did. So I took a picture of this before I started painting it. I have stolen my son's phone because I have transferred that picture onto his phone because obviously I'm recording, so I can't refer back to that picture because it's on my phone. But what I've done is I've got all the colours and I've labelled my palette as well, just so I know which one's which. And I'm going to use this the cheap crappy brush that comes with it, because I'm hoping it will give me a nice stipply effect. So it's going to destroy the brush up, because, you know, the way it's going to work, it just does. So I don't want to use one of my nice new brushes. Oh, they haven't come out. Come on. Just give them it's fine. Right, so number 15, you can see we've still got some bits coming through anyway. So it's a bit of a fun one in that I'm going to have to keep referring back to try to work these ones out. So here you go, see, I've got it on the phone because I don't think that was number 15. No, it wasn't. That's number 8. Right. So number 15 is this colour. So this is the one I'm going to start with. I'm putting it on, but I don't want it on too much. We've got a bit of 15 that goes on in there as well, which may require a couple of coats. I'm going to make sure I've covered over that bit as well. There's a loose bristle. Come on, out you come. Oh, it doesn't really matter, I suppose, because I'm not trying to do fine lines. So what I'm wanting to do is kind of merge these into each other. So we go in where it overlaps. Now, I'm going to try and, normally I'd actually sit the opposite side and kind of work back towards, and do you know what? I might actually do that. I'm going to go sit down the other side because it'll make it easier for you guys to then see what I'm doing, because my hand won't be slap bang in the middle. Well, it might still be in the middle of it, but so what I'm doing to start with is I'm just going round this bit and I'm just keeping the paint basically just nice and wet, and we're just going to go round and it makes like these lovely stipply marks. And it doesn't matter if you don't quite get it right, you know, it's not a masterclass. And then what we do is we bring in some of the next colour, right, which is this one, and then we're gonna kind of merge that with the one that we've just done. try not to do it in too large sections because you do still need it all to kind of be wet to merge in with each other. Okay, so then we're going to get the next colour. I am not washing my brush. We want to keep all these colours to smush together. Okay, then we're getting the next colour and bringing that in where that line is. You see, I labelled it, although you see it's not in numerical order, I labelled it in the colours as they come forwards. In the hope I might be able to keep track of myself whilst I'm talking. And it's a bit of an odd one because it is hard to see. These initial colours do actually blend really well together. So it is quite hard to see when they then start to merge. So you see we're just getting rid of these really harsh lines and we're giving this really nice texture. Perfect timing for my dishwasher there. Thanks very much. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't have a studio, I don't have a cameraman. You just take it as it comes. But you see, it just gives it a really nice effect. So there's no rhyme on it. You see what I mean? It's going to destroy the brush. So whichever one you use, make sure you don't care about that brush very much. Okay, so now, hang on. Is that one? Yeah, I think it is. It's this side where it differs from this side. Right, so now we're going to go in then with the next colour, which is this crappy colour as I call it. I don't like this colour very much. Oh no, this one I do. It's the next one I don't like. It's this colour. I don't like it. Just blending it in. It's very therapeutic, this actually. And if you then need to go in with more of the colour to fill it in a bit more, then that's fine as well. But I don't like these big colours, so I'm trying to get rid of it. Because I actually want it more of a... Because this is kind of like the mind and it's swirling and it's like a mist and almost like a sky. That's how it works. And then the edging and all of this is going to be the strong lines to give it that contrast, if you like. That's what I'm going for here. Right. And now we're moving in with the colour I don't like very much. You see, because you keep the other colours on there, it really helps to blend them. See, look at the difference, you know. So we've got this side, which again is why I thought I'd leave this side, because you can see the contrast then once we're done. And at this point, I don't care if it all goes to crap, because I'm not even convinced I'm going to finish this. I'm that irritated by the fact that the colouring is... I mean, I just don't understand how you can get black, white and grey wrong. I mean, how does that turn into blue? I don't get it. Anywho, I'm not gonna moan. I'm gonna moan, obviously. Then Was that number 1? That's number 1. Because basically I'm not going to touch this darkest one. Okay, because this edge we're going to keep. So we're going to smudge this line, but this edge we're going to keep because it's going to come into all of this stuff, which is going to be then the strong colours which we want. If that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, that's number 1. I thought so. Woohoo! Right, so moving on to number 5 now. And I am going to re-edge all of this in white when I'm done. Because I am going to end up going over the line somewhere. You know, I want it then to really crispen out. I'm not a big fan of the white, of this colour either. So I'm just going to kind of take that where I want it really. It really is therapeutic. I love this. It's great fun. I'm just going to do this edge as well. And I'm about to blurge that. I'm about to blurge that in the middle. Yes, I am. So I want to make sure I've got the other colour in there already, so they kind of splodge together. And then we've got some number 1 that's going to go on in here as well. Go back to this one. I'll just get that to... And because you've got all these different colours, it just helps to really blend it. See what I mean? I've got to figure out what colour that was. That's why I start with the lighter colours and get darker. Like I say, I don't particularly like this colour anyway, and I don't want it just to be a harsh colour necessarily. I know, it goes against all the grain of like going, but she hasn't cleaned the brush off. Yeah, I know. Weird, isn't it? But you don't. It's great fun, this. I love it. And then I'll just leave it to dry. So the stronger I hit down, I get more of the other colours coming in. So to soften, if you like, the colours and add some of those lighter colours into the effect. The softer I hit down, the stronger I just get the last colour. So it does give me some control of what I want. Now, what was the last colour? I think that was number 3. Because that one drove me absolutely bonkers because I could not find what number it was. In the end, I went and found another colour that was similar to it. Hello, dude. Just doing my video. Look, I'm doing all my blending.
It's cool.
Isn't it cool? Awesome. Right, so then we're going to take this darkest colour now. I'm just going to blend that into this one.
What are you playing on? You seem to be taking health. You seem to be losing health all of that.
So then the next colours, you see these that I've still got to go on, they're going to edge all of this. If that makes sense. So different effects. I do need to be slightly careful here. Because obviously I want the same effect, otherwise that's going to look really weird then. But I want to keep the colour. So I'm just lightly doing this. I say you don't have to be too precise at all. In fact, the less precise you are, the better. So we're just giving it a bit of effect, but you see how the effect is getting less. So here we're putting on lots of paint and we're trying to get that really nice textured effect. Here on this last one, I'm just giving it a little bit of the effect. There's just a little bit of paint on to bring that in. Just to tie it all up, but not to overly, because we want it to get stronger as we're going out. Hopefully that's making sense. Oh, bless you.
Bless me.
Bless you again. You've got sneezels, my little lovekin. Right. So now you can see the difference between this side has all been blended, this side hasn't. And I think you will agree, and I'm hoping this has all stayed in shot. Yay! That looks a damn sight better than that does. So I'm going to finish this off. I'm not going to make you sit through it again. I am going to clean my brush because I'm going back to the lighter colours now. I can walk around again. There's a whole lot of paint on that brush. And then if I don't use any of the paint, I'll just put it back in the pot and use it to do the other bits. So yeah, there you go. A bit of blending technique today. I will put a picture up once it's dried as well, so you can see the difference as well. So yeah, I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.